So we do not need to tell you how expensive it is to live in California. But listen to just how bad it is. A new report from the National Low Income Housing Coalition says you have to make more than $32 an hour to afford a two-bedroom apartment here in California, third in the nation. Among Northern California's three biggest metro areas, Stockton is the cheapest at a little more than $19 an hour, Modesto at almost $20, and in Sacramento, you need to make nearly $21 per hour. The least expensive state, Arkansas, is $13 an hour. To put that in perspective, that is still higher than California's minimum wage of $11 an hour. So tonight, ABC 10's Giacomo Luca is talking to some local advocates who say there is a solution.
32-year-old Marie Camacho's lived in this few hundred square foot, one-bedroom apartment in Oak Park for about 5 years.
How much was rent when you started?
It was $575.
Now she pays $630 a month, but says that likely won't last long.
They just were going to evict me. They weren't even going to give me the chance to pay more rent.
The building owner's updating the units and charging more for rent, which means she has to go. She's worked out an extension, but is expecting an eviction at any time.
So right now, as you see the bins, I'm a food demoer.
You know, the folks who offer samples at the groceries. She makes about $18 an hour, but only works part-time.
This one is one of my favorites.
She's a single mother and spends the rest of her time caring for her 4-year-old. After rent, utilities, and groceries, she doesn't have a lot left over.
Like $200 or so.
Daryl Rutherford's the executive director of the Sacramento Housing Alliance.
The baristas, the cooks, security guards, and even our teacher aides and child care workers. A lot of folks that are, we're relying upon to help keep our community working are finding it harder and harder to find an affordable place to call home these days.
And rent prices are skyrocketing across the area. In Sacramento County, a renter would need to earn more than twice the minimum wage, nearly $27 an hour, to afford the area's median rent of $1,400 a month. That's according to the California Housing Partnership.
Well, a lot of it has to do with supply.
He says California needs to build a lot more housing, which in part has been slowed by a shortage of skilled workers. And Rutherford says as big cities like Sacramento grow, leaders need to invest in permanent, affordable housing. In Sacramento, Giacomo Luca, ABC 10 News.
Giacomo, thank you. California's minimum wage will increase $1 each year, hitting a high of $15 in 2022 and 2023. Now, after that, it could go up based on inflation. Meanwhile, government numbers show weekly earnings increased just 0.3% in May nationwide.